Hey, I'm here with Ro from Pink Culture Tours with BK Adventure up in St. Augustine, and we're going to talk about the tours up there. So tell me how the tours have been going in St. Augustine.
The tours up in St. Augustine have been great lately. We've been seeing tons of bioluminescence, and we've also been able to see a lot of wildlife. One of the main hits lately have been the blue crabs we see out there. The guests are loving to pick them up and see what they look like. They've been amazing out there, as well as we were able to find shark teeth out there. Actually, recently we had a bonnet head shark that got stranded out on the shore. And one of our guides were able to rescue it and save it. Luckily, it made it out and safely.
That's amazing. I love when we see the bioluminescence and wildlife, plus you've got the added experience of seeing all those ancient monuments out there in St. Augustine. One question I get a lot on my channel at Florida Glow Girl is what is the difference between the bioluminescence in St. Augustine versus down here on the Space Coast where I'm operating?
So there's a big difference between the two. The main thing is going to be the type of bioluminescence that we're seeing. Now down in St. Augustine, we're seeing a lot of what we call comb jellies, and they're going to be more like stars in the water. As well, down here, we're seeing a lot of what is called dinoflagellate phytoplanktons. That's going to be more where everything around you is glowing, as to where in St. Augustine, you're seeing a lot of comb jellies, little stars here and there, but it's still super, super bright and vibrant. So it's still really great to see. It's just a different type of bioluminescence that you're seeing.
So one of the comments I always get is there is no bioluminescence in St. Augustine. What would you say to that?
I would say that's completely wrong. There's definitely bioluminescence up there. Every time we came out there, our guests have been able to see bioluminescence, and even more, they've also told us there is so much to see out here. The bioluminescence is just an added on thing, as to where you can see all the historical things, all the animals. There's just so much to see, and so many beautiful things in St. Augustine that you can see.
You're doing a sunset and bioluminescence tour out there, right?
Right. So we do sunset and bioluminescence tours. Now we did open up a later tour as well, just to help us have more guests be able to come out and see the bioluminescence, because it's just been that bright lately.
And I think the later tour is just going to go through summer, is that right?
Yes, so the later tours are only during the summer, and then afterwards we're done with the late tours and we'll only be doing bioluminescent or sunset and bioluminescence.
So talk about the reason you guys are the first bioluminescence tour in the city of St. Augustine that operates summer bioluminescence. How did that come about and why?
So we did a lot of research around that area. We were searching. We had heard rumors saying there's bioluminescence around. Now BK Adventure is a big company down here, and we wanted to move to a different location. So we decided we did a lot of research. We went searching, but honestly, at first our intentions were not to do a bioluminescent tour. It was to do a kind of a historical tour, because it was hard to see stuff out there.
Right, the eco tour on the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Now, after we about a month of doing the tours, the bioluminescence became so much brighter than what we expected that we were able to continue our bioluminescent tours throughout the whole summer. But we're also the only company that's done it, because it seems like we're the only ones that know that area.
Because BK Adventure are bioluminescent experts,
exactly,
right?
Definitely.
So, coming from the start of having BK Adventure down here on the Space Coast and already having that expertise in knowing where and how to find bioluminescence, that's where you guys came in. And I remember saying, hey guys, I got a comment actually on one of my social media accounts that said the bioluminescence in the Matanzas River is better than what you have on the Space Coast. And I said, I will take your challenge. And we actually didn't think we would find it, but what happened?
We ended up finding it, and it's amazing. It's been great. Every day that we've been out there, it has been getting better and better. Now, with that being said, like we said before, our summertime is going to be what we have been doing for the most part. We don't know how the winter is going to be going, but hopefully it goes well. But yeah, we're really excited to keep moving on.
Well, hopefully the winter bioluminescence in St. Augustine will be similar to what we're seeing down here on the Space Coast. We've got the winter bioluminescent comb jellies that are really abundant. So if that stays going, then that should be really great. I think one thing that we should point out is on the nights where people are saying they don't see much bioluminescence out there, why is that?
So the main reason for guests being like we are not seeing very much bioluminescence is one thing you got to take into account is the moon and some of the city lights we have out there. They can be very, very bright, as well as the tide. Sometimes when the tide is going out, there's less water and it takes some of the bioluminescence with it. With that being said, there's areas that our guides know that still have all that bioluminescence that's still lingering around, and we're still able to see it. Sometimes it just happens to be a little bit dimmer than other days.
Yeah, that's one great thing about going with an experienced tour guide is even on the nights where the general public would not know where to find or see something like that, the tour guides are so experienced with the area, they will know where the pockets of bioluminescence are. So it's a little bit different than just going out there and paddling around. Another question I get is, have you seen any bioluminescence at the beach in St. Augustine?
I personally have not yet. However, I'm planning on going checking it out a couple more times. I've heard from some of the guests that they've been able to see it here and there, but nothing that's been like absolutely yes, we have seen it. It's just great. Nothing like that. But we're gonna go check that out a few more times, seeing if it's any better.
Of the two beaches, Volano Beach or Crescent Beach, which would be your best bet, you think?
I think Crescent Beach is the one that might have it.
That's what I was thinking too. I recommended Crescent Beach to a few people. So awesome. Anything more you want to say about the St. Augustine bioluminescence tour up there with BK Adventure and Pink Culture Tours?
The main thing I want to tell you guys is if you are in St. Augustine or in Florida, definitely come check us out because it is going to be great coming through the next few weeks, as well as we're excited to give you guys some promo codes. Do you have one that you want to give out?
I've got promo code GLOWGIRL10, and you can do that with any of the BK Adventure tours, and yes, with the tour that he's talking about in St. Augustine. And on his account at BK Bros, I think you're going to have one too. So go ahead and follow them at BK Bros and look for their promo code, which is probably, is it in your bio?
Not yet, but we'll get that out there for you guys.
It's going to be in his bio. Okay, awesome. Yeah, summer is peak bioluminescence season. So we've got August coming up and all the way into September, we're seeing really good bioluminescence. So you really still have a chance to see that in St. Augustine. If you're up there visiting St. Augustine or you're in the Jacksonville area, this is a great tour to hop on and go see some of our Florida bioluminescence. And keep in mind, they are seeing an abundance of comb jellies up there, and that's different than the bioluminescence that you're going to see here on the Space Coast during the summer. So my recommendation is do both. Do the St. Augustine bioluminescence tour, check out all the amazing sights. And what were the wildlife again you're seeing out there?
We're seeing blue crabs, we're seeing horseshoe crabs out there. Sharks, tons of birds. Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful. So
awesome. Check that out and then come down here to the Space Coast with us at BK Adventure, where we're seeing amazing neon glowing dinoflagellate plankton, and we're seeing dolphins in the glow and all kinds of good stuff down here. And in August, we've got the dark skies coming up, which also hosts the Perseid meteor shower. August 12th and 13th are going to be the height of that, so you're going to see shooting stars above you. There is a whole fantastic phenomenon happening in Florida in summer, and we're here to take you there. I'm Sandra BK at Florida Glow Girl.
And this is Ro with the BK Bros.